Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to the 9th and final part of my Let's Platinum Bioshock 2 walkthrough. This is it. We are in Inner Persephone. We've just left the lamb part of Persephone. This is the end of the game. This most specifically is the end part of the game. This is where the final fight takes place. If you don't know what we're doing here, if this is the first video you're seeing, you can revert back to the first video, which will be in the top corner now. There I will explain what we are doing with regards to missable trophies and how we got here. Also, description that will have timestamps for all the collectibles and the trophies you should be expecting to get in this part. Obviously, the platinum being one of them. You can see here I've just hacked that vending machine. That is on purpose. Honest, I wanted these bots to help us out because it's just nice to have them around, and there's very few places. Well, there's a few places, but in here early on there's not too many places, so it's a good idea to get some if you want. If not, don't bother. There's no more big sisters now. The main enemies here are going to be Houdini splicers and brutes and alphas, which are all easily killed with, hopefully, you've fully upgraded the rocket launcher. It doesn't matter if you haven't, but if you have, this is a one-hit kill against brutes and alphas. If you freeze them with Winter Blast and then hit them with the fully upgraded rocket launcher, grenade launcher, whatever it is, it's going to kill them in one, and you're going to see me doing that later on. So what have we got in this one? So we're going to get all weapon upgrades. All the last two Powers of the People machines are in this episode. We'll also be getting a couple of story related ones, heading to the surface and escape. And then of course Against All Odds, which is for completing the game on the hardest difficulty, which is hard, thankfully, not Survivor, sorry. And then Big Brass Balls for not using a Vita-Chamber. All very easily done. This is definitely shorter than it feels shorter than the first one. We go to fewer areas, I suppose. There are more areas, but they're shorter, whereas this one has fewer areas, but they are slightly longer. So it does feel shorter, but they probably work out about the same actually. So this is going to be the only. I think this is the only Gatherer's Garden. So you can still buy stuff. We will be getting a. Do we get some more Adam? I don't think we get any more Adam, but you should be fully upgraded by this point. You should have so much of it. I don't even use any more. I mean, I've got 680 and I don't need to buy anything else. I could try a few things, maybe using decoy or something like that, because I know that can do damage and fire back. But I'm not going to upgrade anything. I like my style where I'm at, so it's up to you. So this remote dart is going to be used for hacking this through the window here. It's going to allow us. It's going to open the door to the left, which you need to circle round. So the door is to the left to open to get into this little bit here, but you need to circle all the way round to go and get into it, which will make sense in a minute. Yeah, there's not much going on really. Mainly we have audio diaries. We have a few tonics and a couple of Powers of the Peoples, and that is it. I mean, we're going through to this area. This is the prison place, and then there's an infirmary and like a hospital bit, and that's pretty much it. It's just 3 paths coming off that main room that we started in there, and then we meet back up in that main room for the final fight. And yeah, that's the whole level really. It's quite a small one. It's nice and contained. So yeah, if you have the Rapture historian and the all your research trophies and things done like that, all the Adam things bought, all the tonic slots and everything like that, sorry, not tonic slot, plasmid slots and all the plasmids, then you're pretty much free to just ignore what I'm doing, because I'm getting the diaries for anybody who's missed any. I may miss a couple. I think I might have missed a couple, but we really didn't need them. I mean, I get 125. I think there may have been a couple more, but that's what I could find, which is more than enough. Plus, you can go into the DLC and you can carry on there with the save file with regards to diaries and other things, rivet kills, whatever, trap kills and things like that. We've done more than that, more than enough anyway. So it's not the end of the line, because there is a DLC if you're playing on the PS4, that is, or Xbox. So yeah, you're free to just run towards the objectives and finish the game, basically. Just make sure you get the 2 Power to the People ones. One Power to the People machines. One of them is in, well, you just saw there, that was Sinclair. We catch up to him in an office, in the guard's office in the prison. There's one next to him there, and then the final one is near the end of the infirmary, if I'm correct. You, instead of going up the stairs, you go to the right instead. Kind of obvious, two pretty obvious ones. So just make sure you can skip to those if you want. There'll be timestamps in the description, obviously. But apart from that, you're free to just run towards the end of the game. Hopefully you do watch and stick around for some tactics, if you can call it that. Basically, I just freeze and machine gun or grenade most enemies. I machine gun most of the early ones here because they're alone, but later on I'm going to use grenades just to get rid of them. Yeah, so you should just have the weapons, the 2 story ones, the difficulty based in the Vita, and then you will get the platinum. So yeah, I'll jump back in when there's something a little bit more exciting happening.
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit where... I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
What's it?
Eleanor, I know you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat now. Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him. We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father, and if needs be, I'll die for it.
Kid, I'm sorry. I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here. And put me down. Wish there was another way. but I'd rather die a man than live like this.
God, he's right, Father. Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or work out a way to draw him out.
Son, I built this place and I did rent you out to those plasmid trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm paying for it. Wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat, it's all yours. Just don't leave me like this.
I caught a glimpse of the warden entering. The code to the tower today. Last 2 digits were 7 and 3. Didn't catch the rest. Maybe I can just figure it out. Trial and error. Wonder how long that'd take.
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious Rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Good, son. That's half the code. Now find the rest.
Hey, Murphy. It's Dodge. A little birdie told me you found out the warden.
Has ignored my warnings for far too long. I'm taking this into my own hands. I secured a hack tool to nullify his turrets and subvert the bots. I also figured out the code. It's 2-6.
That's the full code. Done it now. Now just come on in here and put me down easy.
Free will, Delta. Eleanor's gift to you. And with each decision, you twisted her into your own image. Sinclair has no such choice. Yet in its absence, he serves the world unerring. He is now the better man.
It's time to leave this place. I held out hope for months that I'd see my family again, but it seems like this rope is my only ticket to freedom. I'm sure Ryan has seized the bookstore. No telling where Gloria and Billy will have to live. Can't seem to form a complete thought anymore. Can't sleep with that glow coming in the windows. Things out there watching us. Maybe I'll get to sleep now.
generous offer. I hid the code in the community bathroom, in the tank of the last toilet on the left. I also stashed some other loot there for a rainy day. It's all yours. Good luck using the code.
So we've cleared the prison out of all its goodies. There's 3 ways to get to Sinclair. This is one of them. This isn't the way I'm going to do it. I'm just going to use the door code. That is the second way. The audio diaries we've found give you the code to the door, essentially. If you come this way, you need to pay $5 to get through that gate. If you crawl through here, weirdly, the bot that I need to hack to sort of force him to open the door and leave is... yeah, you're going to see it in a second as I look through this window. It's kind of there, but not. It's usually there where I'm pointing at the back next to the pneumo tube there. But it's sort of stuck in the wall, so I can't really get to it. So I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to go the other way around after I get past Scoops here. I do like that the bots have their own individual names as well. So there's that way, and then the other way, all the way around. If you go all the way around the top, you can hack the door from the other side as well with a distance dart. Yeah, so that's it. If you just use 2673, then you're going to go here and you're going to have to take on Sinclair. Unfortunately, he doesn't really put up much of a fight. I mean, yeah. That's it, really. He is just an alpha after all. But yes, unfortunately, that is Sinclair down. So this is the room with the power to the people, and you can see it just there. That is number 13. There is one more after this. So yeah, you're gonna lift lockdown at this point. So a couple of alphas are going to come after you. They shouldn't pose much of a problem at all. Like I said, you can freeze them and throw some grenades at them, or you can use the minigun, whichever is most effective for you. I use the minigun now because I'm still saving ammo. I want the grenades for the end because they're going to help out a lot for the last fight. It's not really a boss fight or anything like that. It is just like a horde mode. You have to hold off the enemies while your daughter, while Eleanor is doing something. She does jump into the fight to help you afterwards, which is good. But yeah, now we've just got to go into 2 other areas and help get some little sisters, and that is going to be pretty much it. So I'll jump back in when I feel like there's something that needs explaining.
Can you even grasp the difference? And Eleanor, you have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoilt child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open. All bulkhead seals released.
Oh no. Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must go there, now!
Every moment tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
Father, use the plasmid. I can help. I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless... let me think. I think I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards. Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
What's going on?
Just get
Down the hatch! Red out your disease once already. Yes. Be kind, patient. Yes. I stopped making you blood.
Eleanor was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius. The first living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
Delta was in top form today. The guards tried to make him take another dose of whatever the hell it is they're pumping into him, and he managed to take on all 4 of them at once. Snapping legs and arms, blood everywhere. They say one of the guys might not even wake up. I wish I could be that free.
Steady, Father. Don't let go now.
Wake up! Why don't you wake up? I will not lose another patient! I need help in here, quickly!
Right, we're coming up on the final power to the people here, number 14. Hack this turret is going to really help you with this next bit that's coming up. There's a switch here. We're going to basically lift lockdown again, and 2 alphas are going to appear. If you can freeze them in front of that rocket launcher that you're going to see me do in a moment. We're just going to make a save because, yeah, save. It's hard difficulty after all, and we've got no Vita-Chambers. So if you freeze him here, watch this grenade, just bam, he's done. Same for this one as well, just soften him up a bit, and then he's done. Easy stuff, so make sure you hack that, it's going to really help you. And then the last power to the people is in here. So once you have that, you should be done with regards to missable trophies. You should have everything at that point. All plasmids, all diaries, not all diaries, but 100 diaries. So you are free to just run to the end of the game, basically. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing now. There's a few more audio diaries. There's probably about 7 or 8 more. They're sort of along the way anyway. So yeah, just go for it. Go all the way. Follow the arrow. Do what you need to do. There you go. All weapon upgrades. So do what you need to do. Just make sure your trophy list check that all you should have left now is heading to the surface against all odds, big brass balls, and escape, and obviously the platinum. And that will be you. Yeah. So right, I'll jump back in probably when we get to the final fight. There's 2 little. I'll just mention. There's at the end of these 2 little areas. So this is one of them, and then there's another one. There's 2 little horde mode things. Where you need to just hold off the enemies for a minute. That's basically the flavour of this level, just hold off the enemies. They're very simple. You can call Eleanor if you want to, but doing this first one, it's not necessary. It's quite a tight space, and she doesn't seem to do as well in tight spaces. So just be aware of it. This isn't the part yet. You'll know when we get to it. But yeah, I'll probably jump back in once we get to the final fight here. There really isn't too much more to say about this. It's just getting to the end at this point.
Now, one of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw in her own life or merely escape. But either way, her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times, each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on biodoses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
My first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block it promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress on the remaining subjects.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside. When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal. Push the call button on the window there, and then I'll proceed.
Try to children from us?
I'll wake the children up. They're stronger than they know. With their help, I should be able to boil off the water and get us all out of here. Go on ahead, Father. I'll free them as quickly as I can, just as you showed me.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose. And now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
Look, Father, I know you may not have wanted a daughter, but love is just a chemical. We give it meaning by choice. I will be damned if I let Mother take you away from me again. I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight.
That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach.
Name?
Where am I?
Name?
What the fuck did you do with my wife?
Name?
Let me out of this chair!
As though the world must bear it. Each life or death
Interfere!
for the good. He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget somewhere.
Utopia. Said aloud, it evokes heaven on earth. Yet the word means both good place.
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready.
Even in the naming of it, we refuse to believe. And yet...
Hello, Mother. As you've always said, I shouldn't be allowed to wander the city in my condition. But without going outside, it's harder to hear much about the world, so I'm learning at home. This, I think, is a porcelain tea service in the style of Louis XV. Isn't that right? Now, that's a fascinating sound. And this is called a stained glass window, handcrafted by your adoring flock. They've gone to a lot of trouble to capture your likeness, haven't they?
I walked in the valley of the shadow of death. Oh Lord, so lonely.
Things aren't so rosy for Lamb's little collective farm down here, no matter how much influence she's got with the inmates. She keeps feeding Ryan more and more of her people for the Big Daddy program in order to keep the rest of her flock alive. I think she's getting desperate. I ought to have Weir double the orderlies on all the major junctions.
Stop trying to stay me, Lord. You know I am not worthy of your praise. Please!
Need I remind you, Sinclair, that Lamb is your problem now. She's no longer a citizen of Rapture. That was the proviso. You wanted her expertise, and now you have it. Ryan Industries is your client, and we require test candidates from among your charges. The protectors are short-lived. Lamb would be a messiah, correct? Well, sell her a sacrifice to save the flock.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Sodomite! Don't turn your back on me! I need your guidance, Lord! Guide my hand!
Easy. Thanks, he's a hard man.
Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank. I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father, now.
You are not saving them, Delta. No matter how pure your intent. The surface is not paradise, but perdition. I would sooner see them drown.
So here we are. This is it. This is the end of the game. Walk towards this glass. It might take a minute for Eleanor to sort of spawn in. Make sure you do a save here because there is a fight coming up. It is kind of lengthy and there are some big enemies that come for you. I'm going to set up in a minute while we're waiting for her. Here she comes. I'm going to set up here. I'm going to use all the mini turrets I have. I only have 3, unfortunately. It's not too bad. So I'm going to stick one on here. I'm going to stick one on each of these stairs here. Just give them that elevated position. Should still have the turret up at the top as well. That's going to put some work in afterwards. Basically, you just need to hold the enemies off. And then when Eleanor says she's free or the water's boiling, then she is able to help you as well. So then you can use that plasmid to get her to come and help as well. She does help in this fight a lot because it's a big open area. She's able to run around more. She's not going to get stuck on the environment. Yeah, mainly you have alphas, brutes, and Houdinis. Same sort of enemies, and leadheads as well. Same enemies as we've been fighting this whole time, but there are just going to be a lot more of them, especially when we get towards near the end of this fight. So you can see how effective this is again. It's so good. That's an alpha. That's supposed to be a big daddy. So he gets frozen and blown up in one. Well, I think there's kind of big daddies, aren't they? They're not. That was a bit of a waste, really. I didn't really need to blow up a leadhead with a grenade launcher. But yeah, I think that this wave was supposed to take longer because nothing spawns in for a minute. But the turrets haven't actually done anything yet. Here's my old trusty bot as well. So to start with, it's going to be mainly these little leadhead guys. This second wave. I don't know where he came from. There is a bit of a weird spawn on this game for sure. Weird system. So yeah, essentially we're just going to be holding off and then Eleanor's going to say she's free, and then when the water has done its thing, it's boiling, she can help you. So you can use the plasmid now, just throw it wherever. Come on, throw it wherever. I'm waiting for an enemy, no one's coming. So now she's going to help. She's just going to start with these brutes. Same applies with these guys. That is pretty cool, to be honest. Same applies here. Just freeze them and grenade launcher them, if that is even a word. So this is easy stuff. I mean, we're on hard difficulty here, and I'm just kind of wandering around. And this is the final fight of the game. I know I'm getting hurt, but I'm not particularly in a rush or anything. It's just Winter Blast and Grenade Launcher. That combo is ridiculous. I don't know where he came from, but he's done. So yeah, in a minute I'm going to go ahead and make my way upstairs. We're going to be told to flick a switch, basically where the turret is upstairs. And then we have to shoot 2 pipes out. And that's the end of the game. And it's going to happen very shortly. So when this happens, I'm going to cut out some of the cutscene here as we get on the lift. There is a bit of a cutscene because some music, I do have music turned off for obvious reasons with regards to copyright and things like that. Some music does play for some reason, though, even how I have it turned off. So I'm going to skip that little bit of a cutscene. So unfortunately, you're not going to see the end of the game. But I mean, you're playing it, so you're going to see it yourself. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then I'll just come in quickly when the trophies are popping with the final cutscene, and then I will cut that as well. Because there's no need for you to see it, you can watch it and experience it for yourself. But just to show that we have got the platinum in one go here, I'm going to leave that. So here it says throw the lever, or the lever. As soon as you do that, armor piercing is just quickest. Just shoot these 2 out, and you're done. That is the game complete. All you need to do is run round to the lift here on the left. As soon as you get in the lift, you're done. So yes, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I really enjoyed putting these sort of series together. It allows me to play a game twice. No, seriously, I really do enjoy doing these videos. So unfortunately, this series of videos suits older styles of games where it's more linear. Open world, it's not really going to be a thing. So I'm going to be doing a few more of these in the future. So look out for those, mainly with PlayStation Plus games, because most people will have those. Even with the older games, it's going to help people out. So here I've cut that last cutscene. We're going to see all the trophies pop here in a moment. Here we go, against all odds. Big Brass Balls is next, and then we have Escape, I believe, and then the Platinum. And then I'm going to cut it here, and this is going to be the end. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, etc. Do all those things. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.